And which screen is the field?
Field is the one that says versus info.
The one that has Morak versus JR.
Right.
And then the one that transitioned to just the field, nothing is which one?
Alright, so right now you're live, so start welcoming your guests and then transition that one and then one.
So good evening and welcome to day 2 of Ultimate Tag Rugby as we test our live streaming protocol. Just trying to figure out which screens we're going to be using, but on the field right now we have Morak versus GIR. And we're about to start in about 30 seconds. Yes. So we just got the thumbs up from the ref in the middle, who is number 53, Althea. She is one of the leading ladies in rugby. She's a coach, she's a referee, she's also a player, and she will be on one of the teams heading over to St. Vincent next weekend to represent the Barbados rugby women at that invitational.
We need us to kind of see if you could take a picture and then. Oh, that's such a cute photo. What kind of bird is this? Good?
So, about Tag Rugby. So, Tag Rugby is the non-contact version of the game where we play. It's basically an introductory form of the game where you introduce new players to the game. Instead of passing backward like the traditional game, you can pass in any direction. The rules are simple. You pull the tags, and once your tag is pulled, you stop. If the ball hits the ground, the ball changes sides. Nice interception. And the first score of the game goes to the GIR team, who is headed by Captain Jessica. Oh, good connection pass there. And the GIR team is made up of children in the Get Into Rugby program. Get Into Rugby is the grassroots program which is funded by World Rugby. It is to get everyone interested and ready to play rugby. So there's Coach Anthony calling them back for not tapping properly. A proper tap is either on the ground through the mark or it has to leave the foot. if you're tapping it in the air. That is another try there to Team Morak. Oh, tough luck. Oh. And that is halftime there in this first game. Score ended 3. Yeah, 3-1, confirming that this score was 3-1 to Morak.
We're now starting the second half of the first game. We have the Escaped Slaves against Suicide Squad. Escaped Slaves against Suicide Squad.
All right, so welcome back to the second half of the first game. On the ball right now is GIR. A loose pass has given Morak the ball. We're hoping that Anthony does not get a chance to score. A long pass to Kevin, senior to senior. I think the ref needs to change the rules. No tall people can score. Oh, tough luck. Reese shepherded him out. The sideline never misses a tackle. Oh, good try, good connecting passes there by Team Morak, who continue to dominate the second half. A couple of good connecting passes there by GIR. They're now all bunched by the try line. Oh, good sneak try by GIR. Oh, good pass. Oh, nice. Being called back on the mark for losing the tag. Oh, good hands. GIR attempting a third try. Two connected passes. Oh, and a fen. Unseen by the ref, so it's a score to GIR. Nope, the ref did see it. So there's no fending in touch rugby. Oh, the tag was missed the first time, but it was recovered on the second attempt. A long pass there by the Vets. Oh, tough luck. And that is the end of the first game. Morak coming away the winners. Just awaiting the official score from the booth. Six two to Morak. Second game.
the escaped slaves against Suicide Squad.
So we are missing our technical assistant, Chris, the younger one today. So older Chris, veteran Chris, is doing two jobs today. He is going to be our technical person on the names and our videographer today. So thank you, Chris, for all the work you do for us.
Anytime. Lots of fun, as long as it works.
Okay, we'll take a break here and we'll be right back at the start of Game 2, Escape Slave versus Suicide Squad. transition. Alright, so welcome back. We are about to start game 2 of the Ultimate Tag Rugby. On the field we have Escaped Slaves versus Suicide Squad. We're just waiting for the ref in the middle, Althea again. For those of us now joining us, good night. And welcome to the historic Garrison, Savannah. This game promises to be fast-paced. Tag Rugby is the non-contact version of the game where you learn the basic tenets of rugby without the tackle component. They play with tags. You strip the tags as we go along. We'll get into the rules. Once the tags are pulled, you're to go back to the mark. Any ball on the ground has to go to the other team. Oh. Okay, finally a tag pulled. So he has to return to the mark where the tag was pulled and pass the ball to another player on his team. Right now they're well spread out, so it should be a good pass if he can get it off. All right. And finally got the pass off, but the player was intercepted. Both tags pulled, showing the love of rugby there if hugs to return the tags. Oh, a fake and then no try yet. The ball has not been grounded and the tag has been pulled. No, finally, a young rugby player, they're telling him that he just needed to ground the ball and grounds it himself. So that is the first try of the game. To Escaped Slaves, I believe it is. Just a brief pause so the ref can. They're doing some colored bibs now, so it's easier to identify the two teams. Thank you, coach. We appreciate it. So as I was saying, the coach handed out some bibs so it's easier for our audience at home to recognize the two teams. In the blue and the yellow tags, we have Escaped Slaves. So quiet, but in the booth with me is Coach Ans.
Hello.
What are you thinking about Tag Rugby tonight?
I think it's great to have such an awesome turnout, and we're super thankful for everyone who's been supporting this. This is our third tournament that we've had this in the last couple of months, so it's really great to see so many people come out. We've got food, we've got drinks, so and we've got some escaped slaves playing Suicide Squad. Down the sideline.
Alright, yes, down the sideline, runaway, try.
Has some wheels.
So the score should be 1-1, but we will get the official score at the end of the game from the referee.
Can someone confirm if that is RJ's brother? It sounds too much like RJ. I'm not sure.
We're having a tag check here.
Will
And
there,
the
will there be
referee
an
is
investigation into the conduct of are they the Suicide Squad?
I think so.
How's the? Oh, he's open deep. He's open deep. RJ's away down the sideline.
Oh, and there's another try instigated by young RJ. He is a second generation rugby player. His mother plays rugby for not Barbados rugby, but she played for another country in the region, St. Lucia, and his father now plays rugby for Barbados. So hopefully mommy will get sorted so she can play rugby for Barbados in the future.
Well, they're going the wrong way, but they get to the speedsters down the side.
No tag pulled and a
got
try.
The t-shirt, but the tag was pulled off just before he placed it down. I think Team Red is a little bit unsure of what they're supposed to do. They're getting there now. He throws it. Oh, and it's a drop pass, which means it should be a turnover. Should be Yellow Tag's ball. Yep, Yellow Tag's ball. Some of the GIR players here playing for the escaped players. Looking for the pass.
Looking for a pasta player in space.
And
it was entered and dropped it. Unfortunate.
That's another one of the GIR players there playing for the red tag team. Very fast player, has a wicked sidestep as well. The deep player for the yellow team, two deep players waving their arms around.
Long pass, no!
Whoa. And that is why we wear boots, ladies and gentlemen. To avoid slipping and sliding.
He did not catch it, but it will remain yellow's ball because it was knocked to the floor by the red player.
Yep, you must, an ultimate tag, if you go for an intercept, you must catch the ball before it hits the ground.
Tag is pulled.
Great save.
No tag. Oh!
Yes, tags come off.
Finally, tag comes off, and that is by Noah, who also participates in Tag Rugby at night. He's one of the youngest players who comes out on Wednesday nights. So good to see him here tonight, and hope to see you next Wednesday.
That's Wednesday, 7:30 p.m. at the Garrison. All are welcome.
That is the first half while we wait for the official first half score from the ref. Thank you, Anthony, for joining us. Official first half score is 1-1. Alright, so welcome back to the second half of match 2, Escape Slave versus Suicide Squad. Just an update on this score. It is 2-1 to Escape Slaves. We will welcome Kevin Cobham to
Good night.
Okay, playing deep in the corner.
Hi!
Our latecomer, who you asked for in the comments, Ricky Morris, is now joining us in the booth. Say goodnight, Ricky, to our viewers.
Hi, good night everyone. I'm never late. Whatever time I get here is the time I'm supposed to get here. However, I was here before everything started, but I had to go and get some assistance for our producer, Chris. So now that I'm back, production will become a lot better.
Thank you for joining us, Ricky, and we hope the production improves. There's always room for improvement. So, Morris, talk Ultimate Tag. Rugby.
Well, for anybody that's viewing that's new to rugby in general, Ultimate Tag is the beginning stage, as it was actually called the grassroots stage of rugby, where anybody, any size, any age, any ability can actually come out and start to get an idea of what rugby is like.
Any direction.
So even as you can see, some of the passing will go forward, but it's to introduce people to rugby. So we're gonna use it as a crossover sport where we get other.
Oh, good catch by RJ. Unfortunately, he received it in one hand, so was unable to make a quick pass.
So as I was saying, is the reason, one of the reasons for it is to introduce it to crossover as a crossover sport. So we get netball players, we can get volleyball players, we can get athletes being sprinters, runners, all form of runners to come and join the sport. And then hopefully we can get some interest, and then we can convert them into true rugby players. The major difference is this rugby, 100% rugby, you can only pass the ball backward. So it's a strange concept.
So there is a try to yellow tags, Escape Slaves. That's the name of the team. Ricky being
So we're back with you.
All right, and that is it for game 2. We await the official score here in the booth.
We'll be right back as we prepare for game 2.
Game 3.
3.
So the official score for game 2 is 4-2 to Escape Slaves. And up next we have Gentile versus Morak.
See you soon. Bye.
Alright, so that was just a quick word from one of our veteran players to his wife overseas.
hydrated, man. Sure, got me here talking okay.
Back on the screen.
Gentiles. So welcome back for game 3 of Ultimate Tag Rugby. We have a new referee in the middle, Jessica, one of our women's players. Team in the green mostly is Morak. The team with the orange bibs is Gentiles. So no tag pull. Gentiles takes the lead for the first score of the game. So 1 try to Gentiles. This team looks mostly made up of non-rugby players, so that's a fantastic start for them. A tag pull means you need to stop before you can pass the ball. Oh, good long pass. Scores are now even.
So if you continue to watch the game, what you're noticing is that when your tag is pulled, you have to actually go back to the point where the tag was pulled and have to stop and restart from that location. So as you can see, the ball is thrown forward. There you go, caught behind the try line. So all he has to do is put downward pressure. There you go, that's another try for Morax. So the score is now 2 to Morax, 1 to Gentiles. We've actually just been joined by the last referee. So I'm sure she could give us some pointers as to how the game is played and what are the rules and so on and so forth.
So Althea.
There you go. Unfortunately the ball has just dropped. But we have Althea here, Althea Belgrave here with us. She refereed the last game, so she should be able to give us a couple of pointers on how the game is wrecked.
So in essence, there is a knock-on, so the turnover ball. The ball is passed in any direction.
Short.
That was short. That was short.
Short.
Well, don't argue with the ref there.
Yeah.
So the ref said it was good. It was good.
As you see, the team that just scored is now the other team's ball.
So I'm estimating the score to be 3 to 1. think that's where it was last time, 3-1 to Morats. Tag. So they will go back to where the Tigers pulled, and they will restart again.
Refreshments in the booth provided by Dennis. Thank you, Dennis.
Like chefs.
And happy belated birthday, Dennis.
Thank you.
Gentiles are using their experienced players.
Oh, good recovery for a try.
I think that should bring their score now to 4. So it's 4-1.
Oh. They're playing oh! Interception, but it remains Red's ball because once the ball goes on the ground, it is the opposition team ball. Oh.
So ball drops, so it's turnover. Orange now has the ball to restart.
And you can see him tapping the ball through the mark. So that's one of the ways that we tap to start, is either through the mark on the floor or to leave the hand from a quick knee bump or foot bump. Everybody go. Bye, Sammy.
This is a restart from a Tag.
Oh. Oh, intercepted by Red, but then dropped. So it becomes orange ball. Again. Ooh. Try there.
Oh, spectacular try there by one of our seniors.
He doesn't want to be called
that
senior. So I guess that's what the show is. He's still showing his youth. And that is halftime. The official score from the ref is. We'll give it in a second. The official score is 5-1 to Morat.
As I said, well, we break off. We're hoping to get some interest from who knows, corporate companies or whatever that may be interested in having a fun day. If they are, this is something that you can do. You can just contact any of the rugby people, Barbados Rugby Football Union, and we can come and set up the tournament. Or if you want to, you can actually use our facilities, which can be used at night. As you can see, it's well lit, so it can be used at night as well. But if you can just contact the Barbados Rugby Football Union, and we will be able to set up anything you want. And as I said, it doesn't cost for any special skills. I would say if you can throw, if you can catch, if you can throw, if you can catch, and then you can run, you could become a Tag Rugby player.
Alright, thank you there for that great promotion, Ricky. We will be back shortly for the second half of match 3 of Ultimate Tag Rugby.
Hold it muted.
That's not my yard.
Alright, so welcome back to the historic Garrison Savannah for Ultimate Tag Rugby. Going on right now is the second half of Game 3, Gentiles versus Morak. The score at halftime was 5-1 to Morak. Referee in the middle is Jessica. Oh. As we were mentioning, on the Great Plains of the Garrison, it has not been cool for a minute, but tonight the temperature has dropped. But it's a good night to bring the family out and watch some get into rugby action with Ultimate Tag Rugby. As we said, it is the grassroots version of the game where anybody of any skill level can learn the basics of rugby in a non-contact environment. Confirming that this score was 5-1 at the beginning of the second half. And it's still 5-1. So a tag was pulled. We're returning to the referee for the mark. The red team, Morak, has the ball. They're doing some short passes player to player, trying to make their way down to the try line. The try line is the line where you score. Scored there by Reese. It's called a try in rugby. In this version of the game, a try is only 1 point, but in the traditional game of rugby, a try is worth 5 points. A solid run here from Morak Gentiles, intercepted by Coach Ants of Morak. Reese evades the person pulling his peg and runs end to end. Passes the ball to his sister so she can make the try. There's a tap to restart. Good hands, she didn't drop it, so the ball remains in play. A pass over the head. Oh, but a tag by Kevin, who helps to stabilize him and returns him to the mark. Nice hands. Tag not pulled. There it is. Try to Gentiles. That is 2 to Gentiles. I believe it should be 7. 7 to Morak. Tag is pulled and returned to the mark for the tag pull. Ooh, intercepted by Gentile. Oh, but a drop ball, so the ball goes to Morak. So the ref called. There are 10 seconds remaining in the game. Gentile makes her last try of the game for 3. Let's see if they're going to go for the restart. Their last play of the game, they're going to go back to the restart. Morak has the ball. Again, they're working their short passes, which is good. The rain has just started to to fall. Well, it has just started to rain, proper English here in the booth. Oh no, drop ball. If the ball gets slippery when outside gets wet, so short passes work best. Okay, and that is full time on game 3. By my count, score should be 7-3, but we will await the official score from the referee. Alright, so welcome back to the historic Garrison, Savannah for Ultimate Tag Rugby. Here is game 4, GIR versus Suicide Squad. In the middle, we have Coach Ants as the referee. JR is in the orange bibs, and in the yellow bibs are the Suicide Squad. So if you're joining us for the first time, Ultimate Tag Rugby is a version of rugby for persons who don't necessarily know how to play the game but are interested in getting into rugby. It teaches the basic skills of passing, evasion, what's not, without the contact component. You can pass the ball in any direction. It just gives you a basic understanding of how the game is played without the tackle component. Ricky, what insights can you give us about the night so far and the games that have been played?
I don't know, what I'm seeing is that we have a lot of newcomers. People that are definitely not rugby players, which is what this game is trying to attract. So once we can then get you down here, maybe we can turn. I think I've heard that the rate is like 1 or 2% of the people that play tag actually convert to playing rugby. So if we get 100 people down here, we can possibly get 2 players into rugby. But
2 players is better than no players.
there you go.
Alright, so solid long pass there, and they are trying to break away to come down for a try. In the yellow is get into rugby, looking for a pass. The ball is live. Once it does not touch the ground or you are not tagged, and by tag that means your tag is pulled. If your tag is pulled, you need to return to the mark where you can pass the ball off to another player on your team. Ball on the ground means the opposition gets the ball and they get to make an attempt at scoring a try.
What is interesting here, Sharice, is look at the different sizes of the players and possibly the different ages of the players on the field at the same time. So that's one of the important things that we are trying to push with this tag, that anybody, any age, any size, once you can run, catch and throw,
You can
you
play.
can come and play tag.
Can't help with that. You can learn more about
There is Siri giving us some insights. Oh, interception by yellow.
So that's a score by Orange. Suicide Squad.
Yes, orange is Suicide Squad.
While we were talking about sizes and so on, and ages, it's also interesting to see that there are both girls and boys playing at the same time. Once again, showing how versatile this is. It can be done by anybody, any company, any school, any group of people. Just get together, come to the Garrison, and have some fun. And who knows, maybe we can convert you into a out and out rugby player.
That 1%. So the ref just called 45 seconds. We can probably have 1 or 2 plays in that time in the first half. Just waiting for the ball to return to the center. And if our producer can give us a nice zoom there on the camera. Thank you, we appreciate it. And here we get people from different sporting disciplines. I just heard someone say they played soccer in the past. So you don't have to be a rugby player. Well, she said present, apparently. So you can be from any sporting discipline: soccer, volleyball, netball, tennis, swimming. You can come out and learn to play rugby in this grassroots version. Get into rugby, Ultimate Tag Rugby, here at the Garrison, Savannah.
Here's what I found.
There we have a very small guy, and he's out there with bigger, older guys and still having some fun.
And that is halftime there. Waiting for the referee to give us the official score in game 4. GIR versus Suicide Squad. So we are preparing for the second half of game 4. GIR versus Suicide Squad. The score at halftime was 2-1 to Suicide Squad. We had a visit from our resident non-vet, Kevin. We'd like him to come to the booth again and give us a few words about rugby in the region. Kevin's gonna join us. Kevin, welcome to our broadcast. What do you think about the GIR program and rugby in the region?
I think it's fantastic, not just to bring new players to the game, both boys, girls, men, women, but also it builds a community as well. So it's wonderful to see everybody out. We haven't been blessed with the best weather this evening, but everybody's having a fantastic time, so it's great to be a part of it.
Thank you, Kevin, for joining us. And you know, although it's not the best weather, rugby is an all-weather sport, so that is sun, rain. I think the only thing we're not going to play in is hail and lightning. Thank you, Kevin, for your nice
And there's
insight.
not much snow here in Barbados
Nope,
either. So.
no snow
much,
either.
not much.
Not much.
Thank
Not in
you.
a couple of years. Thanks, Kevin. So, and one of the good things about rugby, as Kevin said, is that it's a great community. Kevin came to the island working and joined the community playing in a touch capacity, and now he brings his daughter out to play Get Into Rugby and Tag Rugby. So you can join us at any time, any stage to play some rugby, learn the game, and join the community.
For the older people who just want to keep fit, if you were a rugby player before, there is touch with the vets, which are the older guys, and we play 8 o'clock
Wednesday
on
night.
Saturday mornings, 8 to 9, and then we also run on Wednesday nights from 7 until 9. Know that we have our own lights. Everything is done here at the historic Garrison.
That's correct. It is a national heritage site, so give it the respect it deserves.
My apologies. So back to the game. Here's a restart after a score.
So
That's a turnover.
Yep.
So the ball is back with JR.
So Ricky, one of the good things to see here is that we have national players on the park playing with people who are now getting into the game. One of those national players is Jessica. She is a national player for the women's rugby team. And we have Chris, who's also playing with the Get Into Rugby team, who's a national player for the men's rugby team. So as we keep saying, you've heard it a couple of times, it is for persons of any level of skill to play some tag rugby.
Oh, there we go. There's
And
another
we have
score.
a try for GIR. There's the ref confirming the score. 4-4. A drop ball. So what they can do now that it's getting slippery again is short passes instead of long passes. It makes it easier to catch the ball that gets a little bit slippery once the rain starts to fall. And another point you should note that in this form of rugby there are no fends. In other words, you can't knock away a player's hand. You have to have access to the tags as much as possible. Equal opportunity to get those tags. Oh, 30 seconds to go, so we probably have another 2 plays in this game. Let's see what happens. It's 5-4. Let's see if we can even the scores. It is GIR with the ball in hand. And they managed to score.
Probably lots of score.
6-4, and 6-4. There's enough time for a restart.
Last play, next time the ball goes dead, that's it. How old are you?
8 years old.
There you go. Thank you.
Thank you. Alright, and the official score is 6-4 to GIR.
What was interesting here is that we have a couple of guys that seem to have come down here. I don't know if they brought their children or someone's children down here, but they were just so impressed by watching the game go, that they were now here throwing around the ball. And it seems as though they're trying to get together and form a team to have a run out. So this is what happens when you come to rugby. When you come to rugby, you get bitten by the bug, and then it's very difficult to leave. So they didn't initially start as being part of the competition, but they're now getting together and joining the team. So I think they are going to be up in the next team that is running out.
Okay, so we're going to take a break here as we prepare for game 5, and we await the teams to be playing shortly. Oh, look at that. There's a lovely moon. Thank you, Chris. We're happy to share this with viewers at home. It looks a lot better in person, so you can make your way down to the Garrison for Ultimate Tag Rugby. That is the historic Garrison, Savannah. So you can see this beautiful moon and some live Tag Rugby action.
Just come on down to the Garrison, look for the lights. We're in the center of the Savannah.
Alright, welcome back to the historic Garrison, Savannah. We are here for Ultimate Tag Rugby. Ongoing on the field now is Game 5, Gentiles versus Suicide Squad. That is one of the parents who came down and joined the team. Unfortunately, he's wearing no shoes, so a little peg there can hurt with some bare feet, but he is showing the true spirit of the game and having some fun out there in the middle on the pitch. No scores in this game as yet, but we'll see what becomes of it. And as I say that, there's the first score of the game to Suicide Swan. What's that? Or John Shields?
So that was a parent that was been bitten by the bug. Came to watch and now he's part of the competition. So you can do likewise. We'll definitely keep everyone informed when next we're gonna have a competition. You just need 5 players and we're good to go.
So I believe Suicide SWAT is in the blue and Gentiles in the orange. Oh, unfortunately, ball to the ground means it is a turnover ball. So it should be a ball to the orange team. The ref is saying to bring it back to the mark so you can restart.
They're definitely making sure he doesn't move. Took both of his tags. 2 different players took both of his tags. So he has been retagged. So we'll start again.
Yeah, and if you lose a tag, it's unfortunate. Unfortunately, if you don't have your tags, it means that you have to go back to the mark. Even if the tag isn't pulled and it accidentally comes off, you should have 2 tags at all times in the game. Unfortunate for the orange team. They're going to have to restart from the mark where Kevin lost his tag to Casper, the ghost player at the Garrison, Savannah. Oh no, there is another loose tag. They're going to come back to the mark. Orange has to work on securing their tags.
And the tags are just held on by Velcro, so there is that possibility that they can drop off from time to time.
An attempted interception from red, however it went to ground, so the ball remains in yellow's possession and they score for orange for the first try of the game to Gentiles. We'll get the official scores at halftime.
I think, stand corrected, but I think that was his second score. So I'll check to be sure. But as you watch, you'll see it's a fairly simple game. Anyone can play.
The ball can be passed in any direction, any distance. Oh, two. So referee rules. Referee said play on, and he got away with the ball to score the third try of the game. Oh, interception by Kevin, the veteran player.
There you go, and he does just what we expect of him. Give it to one of the younger players who scores. So even where Sharice was mentioning some of the national players and the senior players, the aim of them are to encourage other people to come and play. So they'll move the ball around and try to constantly keep the other players going. Once again, invitation is open to anyone, any group, corporate group, other sports, whatever, get in contact with the BRFU, Barbados Rugby Football Union. We can either set up the competition for you, or when we have a competition, you can enter a team. It's $5 per player.
Yeah.
To enter the team, and there are some very good trophies, giveaways at the end. Of course, we'll give you some coverage of that as well, so you can see what you can win at the end of the night. But we are more than willing to, if it's corporate and they want to set up their own internal event, we are more than willing to come and assist and help you set it up and get it up and running. As I said, we have lights on the Garrison, so it doesn't have to be during the day when it's hot. You can do it at night, and parking is never an issue at the Garrison. You can bring thousands of vehicles down here, so let us know. We can set up for you, or you can just come and join and be part of our tournament.
All right, so we will be right back. Well, back shortly for the second half of Game 5, Gentiles versus Alright, so welcome back to the second half of Game 5. Chris was good enough to give us a countdown here in the booth. 5 minutes to go in the second half. Thank you, Chris. And thank you for tuning in to join us on these live streaming testing. Your feedback is welcome so that we can get this sorted and perfected. Yeah, comments in the comment box on our YouTube, so that once the league starts, we can have our live stream up and running. That is the first try of the second half there by Gentiles. In the booth with us, we have two GAR players from Morak. What do you think about touch rugby, Olivia?
Stuff.
She thinks stuff about touch rugby. Is it fun? Do you enjoy playing tag rugby?
Almost no one's touching your foot.
She's usually talkative, but right now she doesn't have a lot to say. But I'm sure she enjoys playing tag rugby with her family.
I'm hungry.
She's waiting for the food, she says.
No, I just can't eat until we play the last game.
Fantastic. Reese, do you have anything you want to say?
No.
Nope. They're both feeling a little bit shy today. And their Suicide Squad has their first try. 3-1 should be the score at this stage. We'll get the official scores at the end of the game, as always. Some short passes here. Oh, and there is a score to Gentiles.
6-1.
They're usually
Yep, 6.
6-1 to Gentiles.
I could be a
Game probably has another about 2 minutes before it ends. But as you can see, we have what, 1, 2, 3, 3 players on the field without shoes because they really didn't come to play. They actually just came down with some other of the kids. I know they have been bitten by the bug and they are now part of the rugby community and playing tag rugby. So, who knows, if you come on down next time, maybe you may be bitten as well. But come prepared. So, if you're coming to tag rugby, move with your shoes, just in case.
And you don't need boots to start. We can start with sneakers. If you get bitten by the bigger bug, the 1% bug, then you can move up to your cleats. You don't need a lot of gear for rugby. What you need mostly is a pair of cleats. These are either soccer cleats, and there are rugby cleats as well, and a mouth guard. That is it. Good vibes and willingness to learn, good attitude. That's all you need to play the game of rugby. Two tags pulled there by the soccer player. Football, she says.
Oh, nice tag.
A long, oh, and he caught it. That is fantastic hands to score a try in the corner.
Yes, Chris.
Oh no! Unfortunately, the try was disallowed. He stepped it. It looks like the try was disallowed. He stepped outside. That is unfortunate. And that is the end of game 5. We await the official score. Thank you, Ricky, for going back and forth between the technical booth and the commentary booth to give us the feedback on the teams playing and the scores. We'll await the score for game 5 and see who will be up next in game 6. 6-1 to Gentiles. And we'll be back shortly for game 6. Welcome back to Historic Garrison, Savannah, where we are testing our YouTube live stream here at Ultimate Tag Rugby. We are awaiting the start of Ultimate of Game 6, to choose the kicking off team. They had rock, paper, scissors instead of the traditional coin toss. And it looks like Suicide Squad gets the first tap of the game.
Unfortunately, we don't have our full production team tonight. We're missing our cameraman, Mikhail Walcott, our main producer, Mama Walcott. They have other commitments, but we are still trying our best, trying to fill in the spaces and get all of the bugs out. Oh, nice.
Try to Morak, lingering in the corner, in the far corner, was Olivia. She was shy in the booth, but she's not so shy on the park. They're going to go back for the tag start. So once again, if your tag is pulled, then you need to go back to the mark for the restart. For the restart. And Daniel is, he slipped and tripped, and then his tag was taken.
Oh, nice commitment for that tag pull there.
A long pass.
Oh, lovely Riz!
That is a try there to Team Morak, made up of GIR players and rugby players. Tag by Coach Ants.
Oh, good try again.
Good try there to Suicide Squad. That's Daniel. He is one of the GIR players. He started playing the school system, and he is one of the converts we hope for the future. We see him here at all of the Tag Rugby tournaments. He's a very outstanding young player, and we hope to see him as he goes up through the system. Oh, missed catch by Olivia, but Reese recovers the ball and scores for Team Morak.
There's Coach Anthony with his two children, and he's hoping to make sure that the coverage has got that spectacular moment where he made a bad pass and one of the other children caught it.
Interception by Kevin. And then a dropped ball by Suicide Squad. It remains Morak's ball. He's organizing the team, sending them long for the big pass. But goes to the short pass instead. Another try there to Morak. And Morak is showing you how you can do long passes and short passes, just utilizing all the space on the park to get the ball to the other side. This version of the game, you can pass in any direction, left, right, back, or front. Traditional rugby, you can only pass backwards. And lateral. Questionable, depending on the ref. Tag.
This team more out with their mix of experience and youth.
And that is halftime there. (5-1) to Morak. Another shot of the moon there. Thank you, Chris. What type of moon is this? Is this a full moon, quarter moon, half moon? Can our moon experts tell us what type of moon we have?
It looks like a full moon to me, but I'll check to see if we have any of these freaks coming out tonight. I'll be able to clearly identify what moon it is.
Thought you'd be able to identify with your family, Morris.
Just haven't seen any of them as yet, so if I see any of them, I know for sure it's a full moon.
Alright, we'll be right back for the second half of Game 6, Morak versus Suicide Squad. And go. Welcome back to the historic Garrison, Savannah for Ultimate Tag Rugby. Game 6 is ongoing, and this is the second half of Game 6. The score at halftime was 5-1 to Morak, who are currently in possession of the ball. Miss Tag there gives them another try. That should take the score to 6-1.
As we hear on the sideline, we have some of the other team members, new team members, trying to get some pointers of what is the best way for them to play the game. So they're talking to one of the national players to see if he can give them some pointers.
Miss tag and a score to Suicide Squad. 6-2 is the score. You have to let us start it. You have to press play, but you know that. Oh, and he slips and trips. We hope he's okay. Tag, drop ball, yellow. Tag first is what the referee said. He's gonna try to run, but he's tagged there. So return to the mark for the tag pull.
Which app would you like to use?
Oh, lovely diving try there.
And this time it is awarded. So you can see the parents are getting in the spirit of the game. The score now is 6-3.
Coach Anthony can't help himself. He's playing and coaching at the same time. Reese must be the person with the most tries. I think he's probably scored about 3 tries or 4 tries every game he has played so far. Little technical difficulty, but we'll be right back up in about 3 seconds. 1, 2, 3. There you go.
Thank you, Chris.
That ball was thrown away, so it went to the ground, so it has turned over.
And there is Coach Ants giving you the correct way to tap a ball from the mark
To restart.
Oh, a fake pass. Then a real. Oh no! Unfortunately, he does not get it this time. Ball goes to ground.
He is indeed human. He will drop a couple of balls.
We have one of the parents on the sideline saying he's gonna try the fancy moves the next game he plays. No. Unfortunately, the pass went to ground, so it's going to be a turnover ball.
So that is one of the things I didn't mention. I'm not sure Sharice mentioned before, but the ball must go to hand. Can't go on the ground. Once it goes on the ground, it's turned over to the next team. And there we go again. Reese has scored again. Seems as though the referee is saying it's a drop ball. No, she did award a try.
Yeah, she did award the try, so that should be 7-3 to Morak.
By our timer, it's probably about 30 seconds or so to go before the half.
Oh no, unfortunate. And that is time on the game.
Our estimated
8-3.
score is 8-3. We just heard from the referee for
Official
sure.
confirmation, 8-3 to Morak.
So Morak seems to be one of the better teams tonight. They have a mixture of experience, vets, and JR players. Some of the teams are rehydrating in preparation for the next game. But I'll see what happens if we ever have this competition in the day where the sun is really taking all of that water out of you. Presently we are doing both of these competitions so far have been run at night where it's a lot cooler.
It's one
But as I said, if anyone is interested, contact the BRFU or any rugby player and we can put you on to the right person to talk about. As I said, we can do two things. We can organize, if you wanted to do all in-house, we can organize the competition for you. Or if you just want to join our competition, the necessary skills as we see is catching, passing, running. If you can do the three of them, you can play Ultimate Tag.
Okay, so we're just going to take a short break here. Once we rejoin you, we'll be getting ready for the playoffs. I believe it'll be third and fourth, the next game. So we'll see you in a few minutes. Thank you for joining us.
great setup though. This is really good. I clicked the link and I heard the commentary and the gunners in the car.
Great.
Good job.
So welcome back. We're getting ready to start the third, fourth playoff. It's Gentiles versus Escaped Slaves. The referee in the middle is Coach Ants. Escaped Slaves are in the blue and Gentiles are in the orange. Let's see how the ref pronounced says the team names.
Yeah.
In the booth with us, we have one of the players. Hi, Daniel. You're live on YouTube. They can't see you, but they can hear you. What do you think about Tag Rugby?
Oh, it's fun.
It's fun?
Yeah.
What brings you to Tag Rugby? What do you like about it?
The fun.
The fun. Not a lot of words, but you heard it from one of the players. Ultimate Tag Rugby is fun. So we have Escaped Slaves strategizing before they started the game. We'll see how well they do against the Gentiles in orange.
You played in the final? Yeah, you did. Thanks, man. You played well as well. Yeah. Very good. Thank you. The other day. Who's your brother?
Cousin.
Cousin?
Well, not my own cousin.
Huh? They all look alike.
They're all getting ready.
No.
Coach Ants.
Referee Ants, no, is helping one of the players to get tagged up with a functional belt before the start of the game. Fair play for all. And there is the whistle for the start of the game.
These adults are really getting very passionate about the game. As I said, initially coming.
A long pass, but unfortunately it goes to ground. Oh, and an end-to-end run for a try to escape slaves. And a try in rugby means that you need to ground the ball. That is downward pressure on the ball to ground. It is not like a, what is it called in football? A touchdown in football where you just throw the ball on the ground. You need to place the grub ball on the ground over the try line with downward pressure.
Yeah. That's good. He moves well.
A loose pass there turns over the play to orange. That's Gentiles in orange. Oh.
Interception, but the ball hit the ground, so turnover.
Oh.
Good finish, good try.
Try there too, Gentile.
These guys are really getting into the game. These guys are really getting in the game. Their passion is starting to show. But what they'll learn in rugby is that there is no challenging of the referee whatsoever. So it's a very tough sport, very big players. You can put a very small referee out there, and when he blows the whistle, everybody looks around to find out exactly what's going on. So we had like about 2 challenges of the referee, and what you do is that your team loses 10 meters on every incident.
So that is escaped slaves with a second try, I believe it was, but we'll get the official score from the booth shortly. And a long pass there. It does go to hand. Unfortunately, he is tagged. So, looking for the pass to convert that excellent pass into a try. It goes to ground, but it remains their ball because it was the blue team that took. Confirming the score is 3-1 to Escape Slaves. 2-1, 2-1. Lord of the Rings reference there, none shall pass. The ball remains in Gentile possession. It was hit to ground. Still orange ball. Again, the last team touching the ball was the blue team. We see Gentiles running into space to try to get that. Oh, and she does it herself. And as Ricky said before, rugby is 2-2. Scores are locked. Rugby is not a male game only. Females can play as well, of all ages. Get into rugby here at the Garrison starts from age 5 and goes all the way up to age 13, I believe it is. But Ultimate Tag Rugby is for everyone. Your 5-year-olds, your adults, your teens, your national players, your non-players.
For anyone that is more serious about the sport, their teams are preparing to go to a tournament in St. Vincent next weekend. Then there's a RAN tournament in Trinidad in November, the middle to the end of November. And then there's another tournament at the beginning of December.
Yep. And that is halftime there. Halftime score is 3-2 to Escape Slaves.
To Escape Slaves.
Alright, welcome back to the second half of the third, fourth playoff. Gentiles, I was corrected about my pronunciation, and Escaped Slavis.
No! Tough.
Drop ball there.
Like
Gentiles. A long pass, but it does go to Han.
And he's tagged.
And he is tagged. We see the ladies out here doing just as well as the men in Ultimate Tag Rugby. Confirmation there by Olivia. Girl power. A big lob of a pass, but it does not go to Han. It goes to ground. The ball will go to the opposition, Gentiles, for the restart from the mark where it dropped. Nice attempt at evasion. Unfortunately, the tag was still taken. The parents are truly getting into the spirit of the game. They are slipping and sliding to get these tags. Oh, an interception there. No tag pull. He's still going. Finally, they get the tag. That is some excellent footwork there by the youngster from Escaped Slavis. The referee there saying use your tags and not your shoulders. This is the non-contact version of the game. Oh, excellent pass.
Great combination and there with the two girls.
That should be the equalizer.
Ball thrown to the ground, so that's turnover ball.
The ref is calling them back to the mark.
So that's Gentiles with the ball.
It's real.
Oh.
The ref is calling them back for the tag.
Oh.
Still Gentiles possession.
It's real.
With a tied score of 3-all.
Oh.
Tough drop ball, so the ball is turned over.
Ooh.
Oh, another drop ball. So as I said, if you can throw, if you can catch, if you can run.
And he is going to run it straight in and score. So Gentiles takes the lead. First time in the game. The score is now 4-3. It looks like we're gonna have a nail-biting finish, Ricky.
That's right. We're looking at like about another minute. A minute to go.
Yep.
And it's well. There we go. That's a tie by on RJ, one of our national players' son.
And escape saves, equalizers, Escaped Slavis.
So once again, the scores are locked. And we are looking at probably about another 30 seconds before the game comes to an end. So this is a very close game.
Next try wins. It looks. Oh, did she get it? No, unfortunately, it hit the ground.
They're gonna play into the next try.
Escapade Slavis in possession of the ball. Our clock went down, but apparently there are 25 seconds left in the game. Oh,
tough.
Tough luck. Attempt at an intersection. Unfortunately, ball went to ground. Ball remains with Escapade Slavis. Short combination pass. A long pass. Oh. It was touched by Orange. It remains in the possession of Escapade Slavis.
Whoever scores now will be the winner. Because the time is definitely ran out.
And the winners are Escapade Slavis in the dying seconds of the game for the third place win. Final score 4-3.
Yes, I think 4-3.
To Escapade Slavis. Up next is the first place playoff. Is it a playoff if it's first place? It is Morak versus GIR.
So we gotta get back to our cheering station.
Like a
Welcome back to Ultimate Tag Rugby, here for the final game of the night, Morak versus GIR. On the ball we have Morak with 1 R. And the leading try scorer of the night, Reese, there gets the first try of the game. Reese is one of the budding stars in the GIR program. He has a rugby legacy. His father played rugby in New Zealand a million years ago, but he is now playing rugby in Barbados.
And then he has good rugby blood in his system because his mother is Australian. So he has a good rugby background.
I don't know how good the Australian rugby background is, but yes, good rugby background. Short pass there. GIR is on the ball now. RJ is going to try to run it out from the try line, but he is tagged by Marissa.
The ref brings it back to be tagged because he was tagged before he passed the ball.
We're having some technical difficulty in the booth. If you can hear the low piercing noise. Oh. So if we do lose coverage, the battery on the generator just went. Chris is going to assist us with a backup battery. Stay with us for as long as you can.
You're not translating.
Oh, we're offline.
So change
The internet Wi-Fi gone down.
Okay, the Wi-Fi gone.
Oh, sweet Dennis. You know, no good here.
Alright, so we are back after a brief break. Scores remain the same at 1-0. Here we have Coach Ants waving to the camera. Short pass to Ollie for their second try. Some encouragement on this sideline from the GIR coordinator Jessica for her team. Let's see if we can convert that into points on this scoreboard. And yes, it was converted to points. The score now is 2-1 to Morak. So encouragement goes a long way. Keep it positive, pass it on. Coach Ants with the fake pass again. Oh, he almost had it. Unfortunately, drop ball. JR gets the ball. They're going to restart from the try line. The backwards pass. Oh, no, tough luck. Coach Ant reminding Reese that a proper tap needs to be released from hand or tapped on the ground. Marissa there assisting Reese to be the #1 point scorer on the night.
So Morats have gone in front. If I'm not mistaken, I think the score is like 4-2.
Missed interception there by the Vets player. GIR gets the ball back. Chris with some fancy footwork and a long pass.
Oh, nice try.
Caught and converted to a try. That is halftime. The score should be 4-3. Referee Althea is going to confirm shortly. 4-3 is correct. 4-3 to Morak.
First, you have to tell me.
So as we have been saying all night, if you're interested in coming on down
Could you try again?
to play Ultimate Tag, you can reach BRFU or any rugby player that you know. Just have a word with them and they will be able to put you in contact with the right people. You can either join us in our tournaments, or if you need to, we can organize a tournament for your workplace, your community, your club, whatever it is that you want to do. Or you can get a community team together and come on down to us. If your community is having any sports days, football, netball, volleyball, anything of the nature, we can also come and join in as part of it so that we can get everybody together. We're using this Ultimate Tag to operate like a crossover where we bring all of the sports together, because this, as I said, can be played by anybody, any sport discipline, any age, any size. As you would have been seeing all night, we have a guy here that is as young as 8 years old, and then we go up to some vets here that are probably 60 plus years old. Then we have some parents here who have really got into the game by just coming and watching, and then suddenly they were on the field, no shoes, pants rolled up, and they were all excited about the game, passionate about the game, to the point of arguing with the ref, losing 20 meters on 2 occasions. So it is a bug that can be caught very easily. We also have our rugby field is lit. It's also irrigated, but we have been fortunate the rain is falling, so we don't need the irrigation. So games can be played here any time of the year. Time being month or time being hours. We can go right up to whatever time of the night. Parking is not an issue. We have more than enough parking down here. Anyhow, that's enough for me. We're getting ready to start the second half of the playoff game. But the final game. Right now the score is 4-3 to Morak.
And there is the whistle for the second half of the final game. To start, it is GIR. They are tagged. They go back for the restart. If they score this, it will equalize and we'll have a nail-biting second half as we did in the third, fourth playoff. Long pass there from Kevin to Marissa. She is tagged. Unfortunately, the tag goes after the pass. So the pass is good, and Morat scored to go up 5-3.
Guess who scored again?
Chris, we want to see that mole there on the side of Kevin's head. Can you zoom in like that?
But it's nice to see parents and children playing together. Here we have our 8-year-old on the field right now. I'm sure our cameraman will be zooming in on him.
Maybe as the play slows down, there is Chris. Chris is usually in the technical booth, but he is out there assisting the GIR. Hopefully he can bring home the goal for them. And if you don't know who Chris is, he's the one with the big hair. I don't think he's in the shot right now, but you will see him at some point during... Oh no. Good defense. It was an interception, but as she was the last hand touching the ball, it remains in the possession of GIR. tag. JR still has the ball. Oh, another interception, but it still remains their ball. Oh, and a try there to JR. The score is 5-4.
Ollie was not able to catch it, so it has turned over. Ball goes back to JR.
I think she was looking for it from the first pump. Unfortunately, he did a double pump.
Tag JR still in possession. Tag again. JR will still be in possession.
We can hear the GIR coordinator Jess on the sideline saying, "Support him!"
Ball blocked by Coach
Coach
Anthony, so
Anthony.
ball still in JR possession.
Good on Chris to try to get the small ones into the game.
There you go!
There you go, and he gives them a try.
Our youngest player, 8 years old, and he's out here enjoying the game and scoring.
Drop ball by Kevin.
So once again, important to see that here we have an 8-year-old and he's playing against the women's national coach and giving them a tough time. Morats has scored again, and I don't think we need to say who was the scorer. Here we go. Reese goes again with Reese has scored again, so he probably has about 20 tries for the night. Restart. JR has the ball.
6-4 is the score.
Tag ball. Still with JR.
He hasn't been tagged.
Finally tagged.
Oh, good try to GIR.
Waiting to see what the ref is going. Referee awarded the try.
6-5 to Morak. Sorry, getting involved in the game and losing concentration. The last play has been called. Coach Ants is running it in. And Kevin scores. The winners of the tournament tonight are Morak. The final score in this game is 7-5 to Morak. Thank you for joining us tonight. We will continue coverage of the presentations of the presentation of prizes shortly.
Hold, Kevin, hold.
So on screen we have the biggest player and the youngest player here tonight, 8 years old only. Thank you. So final score of the game, 7-6 to Morak. It was a close encounter, but Morak come away the winners on this occasion. So we'll be back shortly for the presentation of prizes. Stay with us until then. Alright.
Oh, shoot.
All right, so first place.
I assumed all of you would come with the same bad assumption. Can I come too?
Okay, so the first prize goes to Team Morak.
Which is a mixture of, once again, JR and some more senior players. Vets who don't want to be called vets, but that's what it was. So we're moving out to position number 2.
Presented to GAR. Jessica, the program coordinator. With the youngest player of the tournament on the night. He's only 8 years old.
The youngest player on the JR team, and he did a congratulations. Second place, yeah.
The prizes are being presented by Jessica Darrell. Yes, last name is familiar. She is related to the cameraman Christopher Darrell. As I said, rugby is a community, so we try to get the entire family involved in some form or fashion, either administration or on the pitch.
Next thing will be the third place. This goes to
Third place goes to Escapit Slaves. Escapit Slaves. We will try to get one of the parents in the box so he can tell us why he decided to play tonight. You know, it's good to get the perspective of the people who come out who did not have the intention of playing, but got on the field.
This
our third prize winners tonight are Escapade Slavics.
Congratulations,
Camera. Camera. Yeah. MVP adult is presented to one of the parents who came out tonight. Pardon? Played for Team Escapade Slaves. He was very passionate in his playing. And MVP children goes to, he's actually going to join us either in the commentary box or by the camera. We want to know what made him play tonight. MVP kids is Daniel. Alright, before we go, we're just going to do a quick interview with our parent MVP by the camera. Oh, no, he's going to come. So, good night, MVP parent. What is your name?
My name is Sadiq.
Sadiq, thank you for joining us. Tell us why you decided to play Ultimate Tag Rugby tonight.
Well, my son, my stepson, he wanted to play. He didn't have a team, so I gathered some guys from work, and we came out and came to show our support.
Well, I'm glad that you decided to show your support. Did you enjoy it tonight, and would you come again?
Yes, I'm definitely coming again. We're coming with a bigger squad. We're bringing some more subs, and we will win next tournament.
Well, good luck to you. Happy to have you. We look forward to you bringing more teams. Thank you for supporting Ultimate Tag Rugby tonight. Thank you, Sadiq, for joining us in the commentary box. To our viewers online, thank you for joining us. Thank you to the organizers of the tournament, Women's Rugby. Thank you to the commentary, that is Ricky and myself. Chris on the camera. Chris, who's the other one? Chris, baby, they told me. The other Chris, baby, who was supporting on the technical side. Mama Walcott and Mikhail, who were not with us tonight, but always show their support in all things. And thank you to BRFU for helping with this initiative. We look forward to seeing you again at our next production, and good night to all.